This next solution is based on a formula, and this formula you probably would not have encountered. And the formula uses the general form of the equation of a line. So the general form of the equation line looks like this. Ax plus by plus c equals 0. So what we do is we rearrange the linear equations from slope-intercept form to that form. And once we've done that, we can then use the a, b, c coefficients generated, put it into the distance formula. Okay, so the distance formula is the absolute value of a x naught plus b y naught plus c all over square root of a squared plus b squared. And the x naught and y naught just represents some point on in space. Okay, so we have a line that's ax plus by plus c, and we're going to find the distance to some point. So the way we're going to set it up in this problem here is that we are going to make the blue line, or the equation of the line that we're going to use, and we're going to choose some random point. It's actually not random, but we're going to choose a point on the red line and find the distance from that point to the blue line, the shortest distance. And so we're going to choose the y-intercept on the red line because it is a really useful point. Okay, so it's not just useful, it is really easy to find because it's right in the equation. So from 3x plus 6, we're going to choose a y-intercept of 6, and then what we're going to do is calculate the distance, the perpendicular distance from that red dot to the blue line. Okay, and that's going to represent the shortest distance to our line. Okay, so the first step of doing this is, what we're going to do is we're going to take the equation y equals 3x minus 3. We're going to rearrange it into the ax plus by plus c form. So all that really entails is moving the y to the other side. So I'm going to go 0 equals 3x minus y minus 3, and that's going to be equal to 0. So now I have the coefficients I need, a, b, and c. So a is 3, b is negative 1, c is negative 3. We're going to plug that into that formula. And we've already decided that the x naught, y naught, the point that we're going to find the distance to, is going to be the y-intercept. Now, again, just make note that we could have chosen any point along that red line and we could find the same distance, because the distance from any point on that line to the blue line is going to be the same regardless of where you choose it. So then my distance, using my distance formula, okay, so we're going to call that distance, we'll call that d. That distance is going to be, okay, I'm going to plug in all the parts of this. So a works out to be 3. B is negative 1, so we're going to do minus 1. And C is going to be negative 3, so it's going to be minus 3. And the coordinate that we're going to use, x naught, is going to be 0. Y naught is going to be 6. Okay, so I have the numerator of that. And then I'm going to work on the denominator. The denominator is going to end up being a squared, or 3 squared, plus b is going to be negative 1 squared. Okay, so then working that all out, we're going to end up with negative 6 minus 3, absolute value is positive 9. Okay, in the denominator, we're going to end up with 3 squared plus negative 1 squared, which is 10, so we get 9 over root 10, and that is the same distance that we found using the other method.